Hi guys, so today I'm here to talk to you about, I don't know if this is the best way to put it, but I kind of called The Curse of Chapter 2. I know that sounds really dramatic, but when I'm writing, I tend to not like writing Chapter 2. I don't like rereading Chapter 2. I don't like editing Chapter 2, generally speaking. And the reason why is because I find that Chapter 2 just sort of falls flat. Usually I start chapter 1 off with a bang, so by the time I get to chapter 2, I'm kind of like, I don't know, it seems to pale in comparison. Anyway, so with this book I decided to do something a little bit different. I decided to start it off a little more softer. I don't know if softer would be the word. I decided to start it off a little bit more down to earth. So nothing crazy and amazing happened in chapter 1. Not to say all my books something crazy and amazing happens in chapter 1. I just mean that usually I try to start it off a little bit dramatically. And this book I decided not to for a few reasons. Actually, I didn't really decide. I just kind of followed my instincts and then it made sense. So for example, okay, so this book, The Devil Smooth Like Honey, I should probably tell you that title at some point here. When I started to write it, I was kind of talking about a character from my last book, which is Always Be a Wolf, and the character is Hernandez. And he is just sort of a secondary character in my last book. The protagonist is Chase, so everything you understand about Hernandez is from Chase's point of view. So Chase sees him as being this exciting guy. He's good looking. He seems to have everything going for him. He's powerful. He's a bit intimidating. He's kind of scary. And for that reason, that's the sort of the impression you get. So this book, I kind of felt like the way I started it eased it in a little bit so that you seen him more as a normal everyday guy who has normal everyday guy problems. And which happens when he comes to Toronto. He's going to Toronto from Mexico. He's there for business, and he gets to the airport. The airport security stops him. Then he goes to the car dealership, and everything's messed up. He can't get the car he wants, and he's used to getting exactly what he wants. He's a little frustrated. Then he gets to the hotel. There's a big mix-up, and he's pissed. I mean, he's having what we all have, which is one of those days where it's just fuck my life. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's, the only way I can describe it. Fuck my life. Everything's going wrong today. We all have those days. Come on. I've had them anyway. And that's sort of where he is. So it makes him a little more normal, down to earth, like everyone else. So I kind of like starting the book that way. However, chapter 2 is pretty exciting. It's actually been one of the favorite chapters, my favorite chapters to write in the book. And yeah, I think you'll really enjoy it. It's pretty wild. It's pretty unique. The story kind of takes you a place you don't expect. You might start off thinking, oh, well, this is what's going to happen. It's not at all what happens. Pretty crazy. Anyway, so for that reason, kind of getting back to what I said about the curse of chapter 2, I decided to shake things up a little bit this time and do things differently, and I think it worked really well. Now, if you're a writer, do you have a chapter you hate writing? A lot of writers hate writing chapter 1. I don't, but I know a lot do. They have a hard time starting, or maybe the final chapter. I'm not sure, just curious. And if you're a reader, do you think is there certain chapters you kind of find fall flat? Do you find the start of books tend to be a little too soft, or is there too much going on? Which do you prefer? Do you prefer things start off like really wild? Or do you want things to kind of be normal? So like I just described, I can't talk today, just described, is it just one of those things where this is somebody I relate to, so I connect to the story? I'm always kind of curious. For me, if I pick up a book and I can relate to a character right off the bat, I like them. Or if they're a little bit different, a little bit strange, or something crazy is happening to them, I'm there. Now, if I start a book off and it's too complicated, there's too much going on, I kind of like, I'm already a little lost. There's too many characters. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I know other people like that. I don't. It's just a matter of opinion. There's no right or wrong. What do you think? Send me a message. You can find me in Meme on Fire. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. If you have a question, you have a comment, if there's a video you'd like me to do in the future, just let me know. Thank you guys. And that's the Curse chapter number 2. Have a great day.